It's Week 10 of the NFL. And coming up, we'll see David Njoku. Always staying busy, he's your league leader in receiving yards. It's the Browns and the Ravens, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Today we hit double digits, Week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. The Ravens offense set to go to work, and it's Lamar Jackson now at his 6th NFL campaign who will lead the way.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
They'll start with the option. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now Jackson on second down. Flushed. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Myles Garrett in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. Pressure too great, and he goes down once more. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Here comes Grant on the return. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now the Cleveland offense ready to go to work behind the 3-time Pro Bowler Deshaun Watson in his 2nd season now as a Brown, number 7 overall.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Now Chubb on 1st down, able to work his way forward for about 5. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 21 carries, 69 yards.
It's been a strong season for him thus far, sitting currently 7th in the NFL in rushing. He gives their offense really good flexibility because if he's gashing a defense, they can ride into an early lead. But the defense sells out to stop him, that opens up their passing game.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. On 1st down, Watson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, but it's going to be 2nd down. You look at this Baltimore defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
Yeah, this has been
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. But Dave Owe able to record his his 5th sack of the season.
Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for 3rd and long.
They'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 36. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. A run for Nick Chubb. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Faking the give. Now Watson. He's got Akins, the tight end. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 27 yards there, a 1st down. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Now Cade York for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
On 2nd down, Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark it down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson, option right. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Jackson going to hold on to it again. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Jackson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett, now 2 sacks for him already here in this 1st quarter of play.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. That's going deep for Bateman. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. 2nd drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
On 1st down, it's Watson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They run with Ford. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Justin Madubuike able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll roll him out right. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And that spotted his man on the...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerome Ford, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Browns lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Jackson now. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
First carry now for Gus Edwards. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. A look at the numbers last week for Edwards. 18 carries, 86 yards.
A key component of his team's offense. He will certainly stay in that role if he keeps producing like this each week. Expect him to make a run and not only matching, but exceeding those numbers as this one goes on.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. 14-0 to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. In motion left goes a tight end. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At their 49-yard
To throw is Jackson. A short one there, caught by Likely. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. And the Browns getting set to go.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. On the ground, it's Ford. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Chubb on the counter. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
You want to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4? Those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Now Watson. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
So really the first speed bumps that this offense has encountered, they've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Here's Jackson. And now the ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line.
Now 2nd and 9.
Now it's Watson.
Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern.
And he'll be out right at the 35. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Back to throw, Watson. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And trouble trying the middle here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Rolling to his right. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Throw left side complete. That's Ford. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
York able to send this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Duvernay now going to bring it out.
Sheds off the tackle.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Baltimore's offense starting another drive. It's Gus Edwards at running back.
He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Again, Jackson will keep it.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson.
He finds his man. It's Charlie Kohler.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
That's another Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Jackson on 1st down.
Able to locate Andrews here on the out route.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Throwing is Jackson.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins.
So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. It's the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They go with Chubb on second down. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run.
Now 3rd down and 7.
One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded just inside the 30. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with a lead. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, and it's the Bengals who are out in front. Tyler Boyd, a touchdown reception. From there, let's head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Kareem Hunt, take it over. 2 touchdowns thus far. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home in Acrisure Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the 2nd quarter. Jaden Reed, a touchdown reception. We saw a solid first half out of the workhorse Nick Chubb. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. Both teams going back through their game plans, making their final halftime adjustments. And for the call of the second half, we go back up to Baltimore and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. 17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. So here are the Browns to take over. They're leading right now and on the heels of that victory last week against Arizona. 1st and 10 as they start this drive. The 3rd quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's a 1st down and then some. A 32-yard pickup. Moore, the man in motion. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. That play stopped behind the line by Trey Flowers. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Watson off play action, rolling to his left. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 33 yards that time.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
And the Browns are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Ravens' 3-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson sliding out of the pocket. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Harrison Bryant,
his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Go. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one, so now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He'll throw complete to Gus Edwards. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The end result, 21 yards.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed, his elusiveness, and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.